Alright folks, so LEGO has come out with a list of sets that are just on sale right now by a whole lot. Usually you don't get sets that are on sale by a whole lot on the actual LEGO website. They're calling this LEGO Insiders Weekend, which is kind of just like a precursor to Black Friday, I would assume. And in order to get these deals, you just have to be a LEGO Insider, which anyone can be. Literally, all you have to do is just create an account through LEGO, give them your email and phone number, and then you're good to go. You're able to get these sets at these prices, basically. It's no big deal. But I want to take a look at these different sets at these prices. Again, they're all on sale, and I just want to see like what's a good deal, maybe what isn't, and whether or not they should have been maybe priced at this point in the first place. The first one to take a look at here is the Aframe Cabin, and this is a set, this one I have wanted for a really long time. I haven't had the chance to get it as of yet. It was originally $180 in the US. This sale price for the LEGO Insiders is $144, which, looking at the price to part here, 2,000 pieces for $144. Yeah, that's a good deal, right? Even the original price wasn't the worst deal ever, but either way, both of these prices are pretty decent, but this sale price, I would say that's definitely worth the money, and I'm honestly considering snagging this, but I love this set. I think it's just a fantastic looking build, such a peaceful looking set, and this is from the LEGO Ideas line. And I mean, $144 for this is pretty fantastic. The interior looks really nice. There's just a whole lot going on with this one. I would say if this looks intriguing to you, $144 would probably be a really good deal to buy this set at. The next one is the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I honestly feel like this one goes on sale like every holiday season. Originally $270, now priced at $216. $270, definitely too much for this, looking at the price to part and all that sort of stuff. But then again, it has the Nintendo brand. Naturally, the price is going to be a little bit higher. $216 is probably about where I would price this thing. $200 would be ideal, though. I don't think this is a fantastic deal necessarily. If you're like a huge fan of Nintendo and this seems intriguing to you, then sure, buy it at the $216 mark. I'm not really sure if it'll go more on sale than that, so it might be the best deal you could ever get on it. But this one has the really cool feature where you turn this knob right here and Mario will jump up and down throughout his world. It's a really fantastic set, and I just wish it were cheaper at the base price, but once again, $216 isn't the worst price ever for it. It could always be better though. The next one here is the Dorado Fortress, and this is a set that is based off of a classic LEGO set from way back in the day, and they kind of remade it. This is kind of a play set, but also an 18 plus set, because they're definitely catering towards the adult audience with this one. But originally $215, now $172 for 2,500 pieces. That's a good deal. I'm okay with that. $172 for 2,500 pieces, that's solid. That's really solid. I think that this is a great set, and I've wanted this one for a while. I just haven't had the chance to get it, and I'm also not sure what the best way would be for me to like display this thing. I don't know if I could really properly do it, but there's just so much at play in this set, so many different things going on. It's just such a colorful, charming set, and I really have no issues with this sale price, or even the original price was okay. Then we have the R2D2 model. This one was originally $240, which is a crazy price. Now $192. $240, I guess if you're looking at price to part, isn't the worst thing ever. $192 is definitely a better deal. Still though, Star Wars sets are just way too expensive these days. I personally don't have a strong desire to get this one. If you're a big Star Wars fan and you want an a LEGO R2D2 on display, it could make for a really nice display piece. And this is it's a pretty decent deal for it. What was it, 192? That where it was at? Yeah. I'm not mad at that necessarily, but it could always be better. And then we've got the LEGO Treehouse, and this one is another one that seems to go on sale just about every time the holiday season comes around, and I actually have this set, and I think it's a really fantastic set, super fun to put together, I'll say, just a really enjoyable build. This one was actually originally priced at $200 when it came out, and then those inflation prices hit back in like 2022, 2021 maybe, and then it was priced at $250. And now anytime things go on sale, it shoots back down to $200. So I don't have much to say about this one. I think they should just keep it at the price of $200. I don't know why they keep going up and down with it. But if you're wondering if it's a good set, yeah, it's a good set. I have it, and it's a really enjoyable build. It looks fantastic. I mean, I really have no issues with this one. Then we have the Loop roller coaster, which I believe is in like the top 3 of tallest Lego sets of all time. It might be the second tallest, possibly behind the Eiffel Tower Lego set. I could be wrong. Maybe the Avengers Tower is a little taller. Nonetheless, originally $400, which I think is too much for this thing. Now at, sorry about that, at 320 now, 320 for 3,756 pieces. I think $320 definitely makes more sense for this, and I think that should have just been the original price. I'm seeing that trend with a lot of these where it's like the sale price is kind of just what it should have been priced at the in the first place, you know? But nonetheless, this is a cool set, and the functionality is really awesome. Not one I have or ever will have, probably. I can't imagine ever getting this, but I have no issues with the set. I think the price before was too much, and $320 I think is just fine for it. Then we have our first set that's actually under $100, which just tells you a lot about where LEGO is at as a company these days, which is Rocket and Baby Groot, originally $60. I didn't realize how expensive this thing was, now $51. I think this should have just been like a $50 or $45 set in the first place. Even though the pieces are kind of near a $60 mark, I mean, looking at this is like a $45 or $50 build. It's really not worth the original price. Buy it at the sale price if you want. I'm not overly fond of it. I think Rocket's face looks a little strange. I like the little baby Groot that's included, and I like everything below the neck for Rocket, but I don't think it's the best set ever. It is what it is, you know? Now I'm going to skip this Duplo set because I really don't care about that, and I'm going to move on to the NASA Space Shuttle Discovery set, and this is one that I actually have sitting on the shelf next to me about 3 feet away. I think this is a fantastic set, and $160 for this is kind of a steal. It's a pretty good deal. $200 even, I think, was a fair price point for this. There's a lot going on with this set that you don't see on the surface, and I just know this because I've built it, but these chrome stickers just look fantastic on display. The build for this is just so enjoyable. There's just so much going on, and it's one of those builds where as you're building it and as you're adding things onto it, you just get more and more satisfied with what's going on in front of you. I think $160 is a really great deal for this. I have no issues with that. Then we have the Batmobile Tumblr, which is basically the UCS Tumblr set, pretty much. If it would load, there we go. Batmobile Tumblr, originally $270, which is crazy. Now $216, which I still think is too much. The original UCS Tumblr that came out back in, I want to say like 2014, 2015 maybe, was priced at $200, and then they came out with a second version and hiked up the price all the way to $270. I think this looks like a $200 build to me. I think they keep pricing it way too high. This probably won't be on the market for too much longer, though, if I would have to guess. I could be wrong in that, but if you want this set, this might be a good chance to get it. And of course, it has that really fantastic Heath Ledger Joker figure, which is super, super sought after. So if you're a big Batman fan and you want this thing, then sure, go for it. But personally, I don't know, it still feels like too much. It just does. Then we have the red Corvette set, and I'm not a car person, so I really don't know too much about this one. Originally $150, now $120 for 1,200 pieces. 150 was definitely too much. 120 feels a little steep to me. It feels like this should be like $100, like a $100 set. It looks cool, I'll say that. I really don't know much about cars. I'm not that kind of person, but it looks really sleek. Just looking at it though and seeing like the pieces on it, you can tell it's a lot smaller than it looks in the pictures. I would just not recommend paying full price for this by any means. 120 maybe. I wish it were cheaper than that. This one I'm not overly fond of the price. And then we've got this set just called Message Board here, which originally was $100, now $80 for 1,743 pieces. That is an absolute steal if you're looking at price to part ratio. I don't know what you're going to do with this set because the main purpose, if you're going to do that, go for it. I'm not sure how many people actually want that, but if you're thinking of this just as like a parts pack, then man, that is a steal. $80 for 1,700 pieces. I mean, I'm just thinking about that deal. I'm kind of wanting to get this set myself just because that's amazing. It includes like these printed tiles too. That's a really good deal. I'll say that right now. Probably the best deal on this entire list. $80 for 1,700 pieces. That's crazy. And then this is the very last set on this list of Insider's Weekend sale sets, I guess you could say. The Villains Icon sets, which is basically just like a bookshelf display sort of thing. Originally $130, now $104. I actually think this is a pretty good deal. The original price wasn't even that awful, but $104 for this. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of pieces. You get some really solid quality figures for those iconic Disney villains. I really have no issues here, and I think it would look nice on a bookshelf if you're a big Disney fan. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize that it had a sort of feature where you can like put the figures inside of objects and such. I like it. Yeah, and you know what? For $104, I think it's worth it. That's all the sets on this list, though. Let me know in the comments below what you think and which one of these you think is the best deal, and maybe if you plan on getting any of these during this sale. If you liked this video, if you made it this far, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe as well. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.